Okay, so how to rediscover your body and your health despite being 40 plus. So Tommy, you're excluded from this, really. Managing, I just turned 40, so yeah, managing a family, busy career, or a seasoned professional as well. So why you should listen to us for the next 30 minutes. We've coached over 1,000 women and men with a 70-30 split, just like you, worldwide. I know there's people on the program that are in here tonight as well. But yeah, we've coached thousands of men and women. Hands down, I think right now we're #1 in the UK for driven results. You can see our conveyor belt of results coming out on our program right now. We've spent tens of thousands of pounds on education that enhances our clients' lives and results. So I've got a few pictures here as well. You can see Eddie. Eddie, I think, is in tonight. I've seen him clocking in tonight as well. Gainer's done amazing. Debbie's here tonight as well. So we'll talk about that later on. Hang around if any of these describe you. So for guys that are maybe just checking back in and that have been on the program, what I would say, this is great for, you know, refocusing yourself and just kind of reminding you what you need to do, because you've been given the tools and the skills and the education on how to actually manage your health going forward. So for the guys on the program, you might get some value from watching this tonight. You might learn a thing or two. And for the guys that are on the outside, this is going to be great for you to see the progress and maybe where you're going wrong and how you can kind of start to put that right. So hang around if any of these describe you. It's been longer than 10 years since you last felt like the belle of the ball. You've tried and failed more times than you can count. You blame age, genetics, career, husband, wife, hormones, menopause, etc. as to why you can't lose the weight. You just seem to gain more weight as the years go on. Now, this is quite common for a lot of clients that have been on our program or that are on our program and transforming their lives right now. Here's likely what you need to change. So let's talk about the menopause and hormonal imbalance. You probably believe, or maybe even been told, that this will lead to weight gain and make it impossible to lose weight. Now, I've heard it quite a lot over the years that, you know, things are stopping people from losing weight now. But wait, we're here to talk about how you can still lose weight throughout the menopause or hormonal imbalance. There's no denying it. As our body ages, it changes due to hormonal pressures. That's the same for both men and women as we age. So there's no denying that our changing hormones will affect us gaining weight as we age. So that's true. I'm not disputing that, and there's no denying it. And it's, you know, Google it, research it. It's there. It's out there in the world that as our body ages, it does change. So I'm not going to take that away, but there's things that you can do to reverse it and make it better, of course. And that's why you guys are here tonight to listen in. Here's some straight up facts. The menopause may impact your thyroid function. Over the years, I've worked with men and women that have had thyroid function issues that have went through the menopause, perimenopause, after the menopause, men with declining testosterone levels. So think underactive thyroid as well. I've worked with lots of clients with this as well. So to compensate, you need a nutritional awareness. So this is a good question. Do you actually know how to align your nutrition with your exercise? I want you to comment in the actual comments today. Comment yes or no. Men with low testosterone may impact their weight gain as well. So men are affected by hormones as well. Many studies have shown that men with low testosterone have higher percentage of body fat than those with higher testosterone levels. Again, to compensate, you need nutritional awareness to know exactly how to align your nutrition with your exercise. Again, comment if you're a guy watching this today as well. I can see a few hands raised. I'll get to that in a second. So start by logging down your nutrition diary, your 5-point eating plan. You can use something as simple as a notepad. Post yours for us this time next week. If you're on the plan, then you're giving it to us daily. I'll explain that in a second. Using our free training guide on the 5-point eating plan and how to rebalance your hormones. Now, this is inside our Transformation Academy. It's our free Academy group page where we're dropping lots of value in there right now. So right now in there's a 5-point eating plan. You can go in and have a look and actually see what we mean by the 5-point eating plan and how it can balance your hormones and get you back on track to losing that weight without crazy restrictions. You can avoid it, and inevitably you can't avoid it. Energy must be less than energy in versus energy out. So you must burn more and eat less to start burning and melting the fat. So if somebody can put themselves on mute, if that's okay. I think somebody's maybe not possibly on mute. That would be awesome. So we have nutrition analysis for our clients. The ones that have completed the online transformation program will know that day by day truth diary. So they have to submit their food to us every day. Then we respond to their daily nutrition to ensure they're on track, highlight their mistakes, and point them in the right direction. Number 2 is you maybe waste time doing the wrong exercise. I hear this quite a lot. That I'm not anti of any of these, but they're unlikely to get you to where you want to be. So if you're consistently doing things like extreme exercise, things like the latest HIIT workouts, the boot camps, the extreme lifting, the high impact classes. I was chatting to a couple who have just completed the transformation program. I'm going to talk about them in a few seconds, Ian and Jane. And we're talking about them now. They're in their 50s now. They can't do the same exercises they were doing when they were in their 20s. So they've had to, we've got to do different stuff now. As we age, we've got to change. We can't do the same stuff as we were doing in our 20s and in our 30s. As we get older, we have to modify our workouts, and going to boot camps and doing all the hits, the latest HIIT workout that's online and extreme lifting and the high impacts, probably not that good for you for losing weight. If you're consistently doing the same workouts and expecting to get different results, it's important to take note that we must take care of our muscles and bone mass as we get older. You must include strength training, consistently getting into the conditioning program multiple times per week to lift. Now, I'm not going crazy. I'm not talking about lifting big, massive weights or anything like that. I'm a fan of light training, low intensity interval training, where you're lifting little baby dumbbells, but you're repeating them a lot to build muscle, resistance bands, anything that's going to build muscles, and whether it be walking up hills and, cycling up hills, etc., that's going to build strength to get the muscle stronger. Not only will this help, it'll actually help to melt the fat, and it'll have you looking better than most 20-year-olds. We use a process of activity programming. So our process of activity program is called linear periodization, and this can be done at the gym or home. It can be done anywhere. Periodized is an organized approach to training for a specific period of time with gradual progressions, starting at the bottom and building up gradually. So, for example, if it was a conditioning workout, say it was like using, say, dumbbells, maybe say shoulder pressing, week 1, 15 reps, week 2, 18 reps, week 3, 21, gradually progressing up and then having a recovery. So I'm on week 3 of my actual training cycle just now. Next week's actually a light recovery week. Then the next again week 5, I then step up a little bit further, but I've given my body time to recover. Recovery is probably one of the biggest keys to success and getting sleep and all that kind of stuff.
You mute yourself, Dan. You muted yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Tommy. Thanks for the heads up. I knew I brought you in for a reason.
That was me. I just trying to keep you quiet.
I don't think anybody was complaining there, Tommy. You keep doing the same shit diets. I think that's what a lot of people like that have come on board our plan have been doing prior to coming on board. I think I seen maybe Carol McDonald that came in just now a second ago, and she was stuck doing these diets for over 30 years, maybe even 40 years. She came on board the program and lost like 45 pounds working with us. You know, and that, doing the same thing for the last 10, it's crazy. It's madness. So if you keep doing them, expecting to get different results, then you're mad. So do any of these sound familiar? Keto, Weight Watchers, Slimming World, ketones, soup diet. If you can just make sure you guys are on mute, that'd be great. Okay, ketone, soup diet, no carbs, etc. Anything that tells you you cannot have certain foods is just not sustainable. Instead, do this. You must find a strategy that educates you on how to eat and enjoy the food you like. That means including alcohol takeaways, restaurants. Although, okay, we're not in restaurants just now, but hopefully in the next month or so we can get into those restaurants. And that means you can behave like a normal human, and nobody wants to be with a crazy food obsessor going, oh, I can't eat this because I'm on this diet. I can't eat that because I'm on that diet. So get a strategy that educates you. Like, that's what we empower our clients on our program, to actually eat the right food. We show them how to eat the right food. We show them what the right foods are. They've got a curriculum where they can refer to the right nutritional information that's scientifically based, that they know what to eat, they know how to eat, when to eat, and they learn so that they don't have to repeat this. I'm going to talk to Debbie's in here just now, and Debbie done the program. I'll wait till we get to Debbie in a second, because here's some stories and photos. Let's talk about Liz first, because I'm going to stick to my plan. Liz dropped 77 pounds without being on any meal plans, and Liz is in here tonight as well. There's a lot of latecomers into this in tonight, so I'm just going to check them in. Okay, and she's managed to keep it off and maintain it for a long time. She's in here tonight as well. I've got Debbie in here tonight as well. So Debbie spent like 10 years plus on a roller coaster and dropped 55 pounds in 24 weeks. You can actually find her video inside the group as well. Now, the great thing now about Debbie is that Debbie done the program 6 months ago. Now, Debbie's invested in herself and she's invested in her health. Debbie's now got a plan for life for the next 10, 20, 30 years of her life. She knows how to manage her nutrition. She knows how to exercise properly. And she can do it for the rest of her life without having to reinvest, really, I suppose, so to speak. So, like, this is it. Like, we can fix your problems and we can maintain it forever. Norma recently done our program as well. Norma was fit, but still had a bit of a belly fat. This was very frustrating for her because she was putting a lot of hard work in at the gym, and then she's seen it unravel in front of her as well. So, you know, now Norma has melted the belly fat and is looking absolutely amazing as well. So well done, Norma. Billy recently done our program as well. I think Billy's still around and getting some coaching at the moment. Billy's traded 49 pounds. In fact, we even made the daily record with the daily record, the evening news, and the local paper as well. With Billy and his wife, Leslie, she lost over 20 pounds as well. But the most impressive part of the transformation is he did it despite battling for years, and he's on an absolute mission. They're walking Johnny Groats to Land's End. They've just done amazing. They've done absolutely fantastic. Ian and Jane, this is hot off the press as well. So these guys just completed the program. They started, I think, like January the 1st, really. They came in right early in the year. And listen, they were probably a bit nervous, thinking, is it going to work? Is it going to get them the results? Is it going to help them? And I think that's what most of the clients that come on board the plan feel like before they come on the plan. And this couple have crushed 45 pounds between them. Ian lost 28 and Jane's lost 17. So watch out for that interview, because that's going to be coming soon as well. Insight to what might be going wrong. So as I promised that we would share the insights and the major things that we see going wrong when it comes to reclaiming your health, body confidence, energy, and performance. But now you've got a decision to make as well. So for the guys that are watching and maybe sitting on the fence, our goal for today was to install belief that a lot of men and women, that have, or a lot of men and women have already given up, and they think, I'm not going to lose the weight because of my hormones, I'm getting older, I can't exercise anymore. Nothing's impossible. We've got clients on our program that are 60, 70. I've worked with clients in their 80s. Nothing's impossible. We've had years of frustration and almost ready to quit, and it's still more than possible to lose the weight, improve your body confidence, regardless of your age. We've highlighted 3 examples, and I promise we can show you hundreds more. But most people never act on good information. So if you've decided to watch this and tune in tonight and never act upon it, you'll never be successful. So if you've been watching this and you're coming back in and you've been working with me in the past, but maybe before as well, like maybe this is the time to get that re-kick start in your life again. And you never know, what's going to happen. You might just actually transform your life. So you can either decide, stay where you are, keep doing the yo-yo diets, blaming your age, your hormones, menopause, but I guarantee you'll still remain unhappy. You won't be happy, you'll be stressed, etc. You can make a decision now to personally connect with me and our team, and we can provide you with a personal roadmap like the people that are actually on the plan transforming just now. So how to reach out? Look, I'd love to say that this is a quick fix, but when it's been ongoing for some time as well, from experience, I know this wouldn't be the truth, and we're in the age of transparency. So let's set up a complimentary weight loss audit call, first of all. We do this audit over the phone, and we see if there's any gaps in your nutrition, training, mindset. I think, Bianca, you asked this earlier on. This is the key, and I will try and kind of answer that question for you that you said earlier. You sent me a message prior to jumping on this call. Finding the gap is actually a good thing. It means that we can focus on a couple of quick wins to get you on the track without overwhelming you. So direct message us via Facebook Messenger. So there we go. Quick presentation. Has anybody got any questions they'd like to ask us, me and Tommy, whilst we're here? I think there's quite a few. Any questions? Quick Q&A. That was quite good. That was actually quite good for me, Tommy, time-wise, eh?
I know. No.
Let me see. So let's ask a few. Let's jump in a few questions. Debbie, you're here. I see you. Yeah, I'm going to drop you right into the first one. So, Debbie, you completed the program 6 months ago. Where are we at with your weight loss now? How's things going?
Still maintaining, and that was the plan when because I lost 55 pounds on the plan. I didn't want to lose any more, and my goal was to maintain. So I left in July, and yeah, I'm still exactly the same as what I was when I left. So still sticking to the 5-point eating plan and fitness. Just been out for an 8-kilometre run this evening just before this. So
brilliant, well done. Now you're looking great, Debbie. Like I'm so proud of you and what you've achieved, and like how you've now got the tools and the skills to be able to do this for the next 10, 20, 30 years of your life. Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing, Debbie. Thanks for that. Yeah, I might drop in with Gail. Can you hear me okay there, Gail? Are you all right? Yeah. So Gail's lost like well over 35 pounds at the moment. She's doing amazing. I can see Liz in here as well. Liz, how are you getting on with your progress, Liz? On you go. You've jumped back on the program. Tell me more. Liz White.
Yeah.
There is only one Liz White.
Exactly. Yeah, I had maintained and then went through an operation, full knee replacement, back last January. So just felt my fitness had kind of fallen a bit and just trying to get back again. So that's all going well. I did a virtual 5K back in August, September time, which was great actually getting on that. Weight-wise, losing weight again, which is great, getting back to my normal. And just keeping going. Looking forward to starting lifting heavier again, as you know. But yeah, all good.
So did you gain a little bit with the operation, and then that's kind of why you hopped back in to just get a bit of accountability, a bit of support? Tell me why you decided to reinvest.
I was in a happy place, and then when I had to go through my operation, that kind of set me back a bit. However, I knew I had to do something, get back on it again, and just really with the guidance and making sure that what I was doing again, that my forms were correct, everything was going well, and had a professional there to look after me. That's what I did. And then just getting back on my food diary again as well, following that up. And nothing fancy, nothing dancy, as you keep saying. Just right out the supermarket food. Nothing, no diets, no pills, nothing like that. So getting back to where I was, quite happy.
Awesome, awesome.
Brilliant.
Anybody else got any questions? I can see somebody coming in with a question there. I think that's a... Yeah, Stephanie, the program last set, it's a 90-day program, so there's a few curriculum inside the program as well of educational presentations on nutrition. So we guide you on how to eat properly, and we're giving you that feedback every day on your nutrition, so that's that daily support. We're guiding you on the exercise. We're structuring. We show you how to structure your program so that you, like, going forward, you learn how to do this forever. Like Debbie, for example, I'm using Debbie as an example there because she now knows how to eat properly. She now knows how to exercise and structure our own training. And that's what we want. We want to give people a guide on how to do that. I hope that makes sense. We can talk about the investment. Well, I'm going to, like, what I would recommend, Stephanie, is that we organise a free weight loss audit where we can diagnose where you're going wrong and find out if we can help you or not, and you know whether we can get you into the plan and transform your life like everybody that's on our program at the moment as well. So Dawn, let's jump into you because I know you've done really well on the plan. I'm just picking out people randomly here. On you go, Dawn.
Well, first of all, at the moment I was trying to maintain for 3 months at the end there, certainly not the end, but coming in. But now it just seems to be dropping off. My fitness levels are through the roof. Doing the 5 points a day, and it's not difficult because I can actually eat what I want most of the time, apart from Tommy having a wee dig now and again, bless him. And it's I can't. I've been saying that to you when it's not all about weight though. It's not all about weight. But I'm having to go out now and buy a new damn wardrobe, by the way.
How much have you lost?
Up until the weekend, it must have been 20 pounds. But I mean, I wasn't greatly heavy. I wasn't, you know what I mean? I wasn't greatly heavy. And it's just, every Saturday when I stand on the scales, I think, oh, at least I'll stay the same. But this Saturday, just doing the scales, there's another 2 away. And my body fat goes down and all this, you know, it's, there's no words to describe it, Daniel. It's just, for me, I'm like flabbergasted, shall we say.
Excellent.
It's well worth the investment. And, you know, anybody listening at the moment, go for it. Excellent.
Thank you, Dawn. Thank you. Gillian,
no bother.
Gillian, can you work your unmute? Can you, or... Right, I'm going to try and ask you to unmute, Gillian. Let's see if that works. There we go. That's it. Yeah, good. Yeah.
Wow.
Fantastic. We've figured out Gillian's been on the programme as well.
Oh my goodness.
Gillian, tell us a bit about your story and stuff like that as well.
Who do you want me to start from?
Yeah, just the beginning.
Oh, the beginning. Well, I was diagnosed with diabetes, but obviously I was very overweight, and that's what caused me to get diabetes. So I'd watched a video chat with you and Leslie and Billy, made my mind up that that's what I was going to do, and I did. I joined it, and that would be, was that before Christmas, September, October I started. So we're on phase 2 now, but it's quite a few weeks since I actually got told by the doctors I'm now no longer diabetic.
Wow.
So that's huge for me. That's huge.
Huge.
Massive.
Who said that? Somebody came in there.
I know what's happened. So that's where I am now. I'm no longer diabetic, but I'm actually still continuing because although I've lost enough weight to put the diabetes into remission, I'm not really at the weight that I would like to be. Going by NHS standards, I still need to keep going, I think. So, and we've talked about that, so you know that.
Yeah, I think it's quite good because Bianca kind of asked a question like how to kind of prioritise, I suppose, like mindset, nutrition and exercise. Bianca asked that question before coming on the phone, and really you've got to do all three, Bianca, would be the answer. You know, that for me, I would probably say 90% is the nutrition in terms of getting the weight loss and good health. However, if you're exercising, you're then more likely to want to make better choices. So they both come hand in hand. And things like we've got clients on this program just now that are doing lots of walking and stuff, but strength training can't be underestimated as well, particularly as we age. Like I actually work with a later life specialist and a professor in geriatric medicine. And as we age, our body continues to grow. We actually go through a skeleton every 10 years. Even our bones regrow. So we've got to keep constantly working at our strength. So a lot of people, when they lose that strength, then, well, their muscle goes and then you end up with more fat. So it should never, the cycle should never end. We should always be kind of getting active and lifting stuff. And, you know, it really is important that we build muscle as well as fitness and health, as well as a healthy lifestyle and a healthy diet. And all the guys that are on the program are getting amazing progress. And in fact, the next, you'll see the graduations, and it's people are graduating from this program with 20, 30 pounds and they're less and healthier, fitter, with an education on how to do it for the rest of their life, so they don't have to keep repeating the same mistakes. This is what they've probably been doing for the last 10, 20, 30 years. So I hope that helps. And there is lots of value inside that academy page, but really reach out to us. Like, you know, you're here tonight, you've obviously been watching. Yeah, that answered your question. Brilliant. Fantastic. Is there any other questions that anybody would like to ask? Nuala, you're kind of my target list, Nuala. I'm just going to chat to you. Yeah, so you've been on my program before, you've done it. And are you there? You can unmute. Yeah. How are you getting on?
Yeah, I mean, I was amazed by the program. When I went to you, I'd been doing 8 classes a week. I had a knee injury and I couldn't do as many as I wanted to be doing. And you just showed me that by actually using the weights in the gym and doing less exercise. I didn't have a lot to lose, but it was, I suppose, more around the middle bit. And I think the food diary is really good as well, because it stops you when you know somebody's going to look at it. It stops you. But the 5-point eating plan is amazing, and it surprised me that you said I could have a couple of slices of cheese with my coffee. So, but it 100% worked. And probably just as lockdown started, I just finished the program. And then, you know, so I've not been going to the gym, but I've probably got into the routine now of doing loads of classes again online and not mixing it up a bit.
Yeah, I think that progressive training has to come into play. You've got to be doing the gradual building up, and you've done that before in the cycle we've done in the gym, and like that 15 reps, then the next game week is 18 reps, the next game week is the 21 reps, and gradually, but and you're right, the nutrition, the writing down of your food is the best way. And not only is it the best way, there's other things that like we've added to that, Nuala, in terms of, you were talking about doing less and getting better results. That's really quite a cool kind of thing you've just said there, because we find that a lot, that people are pushing themselves too hard and they're putting their bodies up. So now we get people to actually record their stress levels, their muscle soreness, their fatigue, their sleep. So every day your body gives you signs to how it actually feels. So like when I wake up tomorrow morning and I done a cycle this morning, if I wake up and I'm like, I get a rubbish sleep, then maybe I might just change my training plan for the day. I might adjust it, I might tweak it. And also like for things like hormonal stuff as well, like if you're going through hormonal issues, then log it. Because it might be to do with what you're actually eating that's causing the problem. You know, that and 9 times, I would probably say 9 times out of 10, like when people are working with me and they're not getting results, I would say there's 2 reasons to why they're not getting the result. Reason number 1 is that they're not telling the truth in the truth diary. And reason number 2 is that it is medical. You know, there might be something medical going on, and then it's a case of you need to go and visit your doctor. And I've got a qualification in exercise referral, and I've referred people recently on this plan to their doctor. I've done it before. I've done it over the years, referred people to the GP to get that support. So, but what I would say is 9 times out of 10, it's more than likely to be you're not eating the right food. You're not eating the 5-point eating plan, and you're not reducing your portions. You know, I'd say that's 9 times out of 10. But I'm not going to say it's like, yeah, people do have medical conditions, and like I say, our body does change as we age. Our body does change. So I get that. I understand it, and having worked with men and women over the last kind of 20 years. You know, I've seen that kind of aging process and how it affects the body. But I've also seen people in the gym that are in their 70s and 80s that are super fit. So, you know, because they've kept it going, they've kept maintaining their fitness, their strength throughout their life. And I always refer to my granny. We lived till she was 96. She was fit as a fiddle, but she was physically active throughout her life. You know, she was cycling a bike in her 90s. Like, she was lifting, every lifestyle was physically active. Now, we've become very sedentary, and sedentary lifestyles, we're getting a lot more sitting diseases than we've ever had before. You know, more and more people are getting health conditions because inactivity. It's the biggest killer in the UK. It's probably the biggest killer in the world, inactivity right now. So get active, eat healthily. Hit us up if you need anything. Is there any other questions?
I think Susie's put in the comments, what if you have a young family and work a lot and struggle to fit in workouts? I think with that, definitely you can still, there's no time frame of how effective a workout will be if it's 45 minutes to an hour. Most of the time, I think a lot of people on the actual program say that a lot of it only takes 20 to 30 minutes, and comes down to one of those things. If you want to make time for it, you'll make time for it. And everyone's probably got 20, 30 minutes, whether that's a lunch break, getting that 20 minutes, 30 minutes up early to do it. So it's all tailored towards you as well. Obviously, we know everyone kind of lives these busy lifestyles. So it's definitely making time for it. And again, at the end of the day, it's just as important in terms of nutrition. As we just said, exercise is amazing kind of for mental health and physical health. So it's all tailored towards you, yourself, Susie.
Good one.
I hope that answered it.
Also, I see that somebody said the limit on the repetitions. No, you didn't want to be going crazy. Obviously, you want to be progressing the repetition. So what I would do is I would say start off like, depending on what level you're at, as Tommy said, it's individually tailored as well. So like maybe say 5 exercises for the first 4 weeks, and then the next again phase is more exercises in. So we'll then reduce the reps back down and we'll rebuild back up, maybe heavier resistance weights. Again, it's about constantly building that cycle of linear periodization. So like my 12-week plan for my triathlon is linear, so that for the first 3 weeks, I'm gradually, my bike rides are increasing every week right now. So I've got to do I think the first bike ride on the Sunday was an hour. Then last week was an hour and a half. And then this week's 2 hours. So I'm progressing up. Then I get a recovery week, and then maybe I do a little bit more. So it really depends. We'll fit it into it's your training, it's your lifestyle. But I would definitely say 20 to 30 minutes of strength work. And like, you know, going back to that physical inactivity, like, you know, we appreciate that, you know, you're a busy mum and you're doing lots of running around. That's great in itself, because you're going to be burning lots of energy doing that as well. You know, yeah. But I would say that housework now, comparison to housework when my grandmother was around, is 10 times easier. You know, my grandmother had the old Hoover that you had to push. The grass cutter was a big metal thing that I couldn't even lift. I was like 8-year-old trying to lift that out of the shed. It was like, you know, and she'd just come along and lift it with one hand and off she went. You know, it was easy, you know, because she was strong, because she had built up the muscles. So it's not just about doing the workout programs. It's about becoming more active, changing your lifestyle. So doing maybe more walking and like, yeah, I've adapted my office to a standing desk so that we're moving a lot. Is there is daily exercise requirement X amount of times a week? I would just like, I think I've just answered that question. It's about moving. You know, we should be moving every day. We don't want to be sedentary all day long. So if you've got a sedentary lifestyle and you sit at a desk all day, then maybe go for a 10-15 minute walk. It's fitting it into your time schedule. We work with our clients to fit it into their actual week rather than we'll fit it into whatever you can fit into your lifestyle. That's it, simple. Any other questions? I think I'm going to wrap it up. I think I'm going to wrap up if there's no more questions.